Or some of the cables have deteriorated over time, or a connector has gone bad, or something of that nature. But something's maybe causing that, and they seem to think it might be the cavity. But the only way to do that is to sweep the cavity.
Rip it apart.
And then you have to be very careful not to wreck the cavities, because they're very expensive, very precise. So you get Robert back in there and Lynn to redo those if Robert's still in the mood. We don't want to.
Well, we're going to get to a point where he's not available.
Yep. And Lynn's not available.
Lynn's not available.
So we're going to be screwed. Yeah.
We're going to have to either send them in somewhere to have them looked at, or pay to get brand new ones. Yes.
Our cavities are very old. VHF.
Well, it's probably time to start looking at replacing them.
Well, part of what
if we got that extra money now, we can.
You can blow through money in a hurry.
I know we can. We have before.
Part of the
Wonder Towers
thing with the DMR that Art wants to get funding for through a grant.
Nobody uses DMR though.
Not irregardless of that, it would be another repeater and brand new cavities and brand new coax and brand new antennas.
But we wouldn't. Nobody would use it.
But it would do FM mode, and people would use it on FM as a backup. The primary is always going to be at this tower because it's taller.
Nobody has DMR up here. No one.
I know, there's one in Bismarck.
Yeah, like one person probably in the state has a radio.
I think there's 2 guys in town, maybe 3, that have a DMR radio.
Exactly, and they're not even part of the group.
Well, there's Art and Tom. And
really?
Maybe Kevin.
Pretty much everybody else has Yaesu.
And because
they're better.
Well,
and newer. Yeah. And we all have radios because they were cheap.
That's the thing. When Yaesu sold those repeaters cheap.
Well, not just that, they sold the radios cheap too.
That's why they got that big footprint.
Well, if you have a 400 or 300 or whatever,
500, all of them will do the capability.
Or a handheld or whatever.
One of the things it can do.
Hell, I even bought a Richer radio.
Yeah.
Same one.
One of the things I like about them.
As he put it, it's the only Yaesu that's ever worked in his vehicles.
Well,
when you buy the best, there you go.
In the Durango, I have the HF rig, the Elenco, but I have a 400, and I have the dual band single display in there, and I put the VHF in there when I took it out of the van for listening to airplanes to set it up to listen to repeaters. And so I'll turn that on to the 9.7. I'll turn on this radio, and it will be doing APRS, and I will be monitoring 444-800 with it.
I thought about getting one of those scanners that does it has all the digital encryption mode thingies in it with all the unlocks. Oh yeah, it's kind of pricey, but
government probably doesn't want you on that.
Well, obviously those kind of frequencies and encryptions are not allowed, but I mean, it has like every other like potential decoding ability.
The question is there an ability to update the digital one that we have?
No.
Because that company's out.
I don't think no. Now, gas come down again? No, I don't think. I mean, I could go look, but I don't think the Radio Shack
still
updated that thing, and I don't think I have the. I don't think I even have the program on any of my laptops anymore.
Well, you could look when you're not too busy. When you're not too busy, take a look at it.
Yeah.
And see if there's anything there or not.
Yeah, I could look. I just don't know.
Like I said, doesn't mean that but if it would be updatable, it's fine. Otherwise, it'll work till it quits working.
Yeah.
And see, then the thing with that is, okay, you got digital in there. Well, what it doesn't tell you is it C4 FM? Is it DMR? Is it what the police are using? Is it what somebody else is using? Yeah. All these different digital formats. And I don't think it is. But when the police first went digital,
the same as Secret Service is using.
When the police first went digital without security, we were able to hear them on that radio and everybody else. But now it's become more of a.
They got that money from Homeland Security for upgrading their radios.
Yeah.
Well, they upgraded their radios to the best that was available at the time.
Yeah.
Which was the same stuff as the. I mean, it's not the exact frequencies or changeover encryption as service uses, but it's darn near close.
The stuff
from what I heard is the code for their ultra level encryption. You can change that code where it used to be you changed it once every month
or every day.
This thing can change like 7 times a day.
Yeah.
And the ability
to random scramble
to decode just one frequency.
Yeah.
Would take a modern, well, probably today high-end computer, back then maybe supercomputer, but a modern high-end computer today. I mean, like the best you can put, probably $5,000 computer today.
Yeah.
It would probably take that thing like 3 days to decrypt one channel.
Right.
Well, they can change these channels. This is based on like 7-year-old information.
Yeah.
They can change if there's a detection that they detect that somebody's on the frequency or attempting to decode the frequency or something. Or basically they can change the code, and it sends out, from what I've read, and I could be wrong, but from what I read is they can send out a subcarrier code to all the radios with the updated frequency or encryption stuff, and they can change the code every 6 seconds.
We used to have
across all the radios if they really wanted to.
We used to have a handwritten, developed way of telling people to shift.
Yeah, at this hour you change to this.
No, on the fly. Okay. Code 5. We got code page 1, and then I'm saying item 5. Bam, people do it. Item 3, everybody does it. This is all by people, right? Then you say, okay, code page 3, so everything on 1 is gone. Right? Zulu 5. Okay, bing, bing, you're there.
But apparently this will do all of it automatic, and nobody has to fool with radios or anything else.
Right. But that's what we did on our own.
I think what the police department was doing was changing it once a day. So if it took you 3 days or a week to decode the one frequency, by the time you would be able to apply it to a radio, they had already moved on to like 3 more different frequencies, and all changes, and that one frequency doesn't have to ever be used again.
In Germany,
or that code, no, they use the same frequency, but it's the way the encryption algorithm works to encrypt the channel is they don't ever have to use that version of it ever again.
In Germany, we had a manual code matrix.
It's very, very.
And they would give us
app code 25.
This is before that,
with some like star level encryption.
Yeah. And they would give us the code cards, and then they would give us a code of the day, or the code of the day can be supplemented, but it's all manual. There's no computers involved in it. But we would do that in Germany, and it was all locally developed and worked pretty good. And so when there was a questions, we could ask for an authentication and give a cross-gridded response. And
that was fine for the area.
At the time,
that was fine for the area, and people weren't really decoding with computers, or
well, there was no computer to decode with.
Really,
did not exist.
Yeah. It is what it is. I'll take 16th.
Yeah.
You get that way?
329.
Yeah, I know it's going down.
It's surprising, isn't it?
Yeah. What kind of under-the-table deals are doing to get that? I don't know. What kind of deals are trying to do to get that done? I don't know.
No idea. You want to go by the bank, or you want to do that later?
I'll do that later.
Okay.
I'll go home first.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
If they haven't already.
We'll get ready for it, I think. Trump flag.
Careful about putting that out. Okay. Comes down this road.
Yeah, it's still messed up. The stadium's all covered with snow except for the field. No, it's not gonna help.
No, I was going to turn it to another repeater.
That's what. There is no other repeater. It's either that or simplex.
Well,
It's UHF is down too.
Oh.
So it's either that or simplex. It's simplex.
Nobody talks on.
There it is. 5.2 simplex. Should be nice and quiet.
Yeah, totally. Unless it's somebody else's stuff getting into our stuff.
And part of that could be that.
Oh.
You know, that is definitely a possibility.
It's not happening all the time, but it's happening every once in a while. Yeah.
There is some skip conditions, but we used to have the 2.7 used to play beeper tag with the one in Winnipeg.
Well, who knows what else they threw on that tower too?
Yeah, well, on our tower, the SRT tower.
Yeah, but there's stuff out hanging on that water tower that's right next to it.
Well, yeah, and the word was that there was some tower work going on, so it may have. I don't know.
Something else on there was it filtered or something?
Or causing intermod, I don't know.
Maybe they put those lights in there.
No, I wouldn't think that would be a first choice.
No, but I mean, you get some type of interference like that, though.
Well, who knows what a lot of it is? We don't really know. For sale, other than the river. Couldn't afford it anyhow. It'd be nice to have some more square footage.
Well, we will when we clean up all the junk.
Yeah, well, yeah. I took a couple. I've taken a number of truckloads to the dump.
Yeah.
Within the last year or 6 months or something like that. So.
Still can't believe you're throwing cookies from Girl Scouts from like over a year ago.
Yeah, well, a couple boxes of them actually.
That's amazing.
Rummaging in the pile looking for something else, and out pops a couple. What the heck have these been doing?
Hiding apparently and growing mold probably.
Emergency. Oh, there's probably so much preservatives in it. Good for years, probably.
more drama going on in our community. It's like we deal with it, and then everything seems like everything's working, and then honestly, it seemed like everything was going well.
Yeah.
And then we got a report, and I was like, oh my God, why is this happening?
Stupid is back.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a whole different level of stupid too. I mean, we had the normal level of stupid, but this is the stuff that I got Scott to say. I had to see this morning. It was just like, I don't want to read this. This is how bad this is. I don't even want to read this stuff. Well, actually, I didn't want to read any of this last drama stuff, but I mean, this stuff I definitely did not want to read.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Lord, really? First, why? Second of all, why am I reading this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm in a position of authority in the community. That's right. That's why. So I got all the rest of the people said, you got to look at this crap. Everybody so far has given me about the same opinion I was expecting they'd give.
Dumb, still dumb.
Well, apparently really bad. Apparently.
Well, they got their Christmas stuff on.
Okay, not really, really bad, but bad enough.
Yeah. It's just sad.
I've seen the really, really bad stuff. You don't want to see that stuff.
No. No, I don't.
I've also been told really, really bad stuff,
No.
which I really didn't want to hear.
No. It's when I used to, when I was at Wing Security, and I was told to listen in on LE command posts because they were doing screwy things.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I've got to babysit command post and LE.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have enough going on in the wing. Okay, so I started listening in on some of their stuff.
I don't want to hear this.
I said, you know, I turned to my two other controllers and I said,
why am I here?
this is something I don't want to know.
Yep.
And something I have it's not in my realm of things I'm even supposed to think about, let alone worry after, because I have no way to respond to this type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could send a team down there and kick the door in and stuff, but I mean, that ain't gonna really solve anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, nope. That's why I'm glad I'm working security and not law enforcement. It's like, you know, this, these are special incident report. Goodbye. See ya. Send it. I don't work with that usually.
Yeah.
I work with the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
National security type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fool around with little weird crap. Wow, they got doors and a wow, very cool. And a driveway and everything, pretty nice. Using plywood for doors right now. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gets it closed in, you can finish it and stuff. Yeah. Pretty sweet, looks good. Yeah, when I worked at LE, it was a whole different game. And at first I was kind of torqued when they put me in nothing but security, but long as I was in security, I said, well, I don't have to fool with all this silly stuff. I just worry about the more important, stupid stuff. Yeah.
Problem is, I know that people in my game community watch my streams, so I have to talk in vague innuendos about stuff. Because, not like I'm trying to leak anything, but
no, it's one of those things.
Those are just craziest things that happen.
So now they're gonna dig it all up again.
Well, I probably screwed it up the first time.
No, they got to pack it down. It's got to stay packed to a certain level, and then they dig it down and pack it again and put special sand in it. Hope that they got it right so that it doesn't have a problem for the new foundations they're going to build.
Yeah.
But we will be able to see what type of footprint we're talking about, because they still got that goofy rise up section here. I'll have to tie that together someday. Maybe we should just pick the UHF up and take it down to the club website and plug it in on UHF. Then it would work. But I don't know if they have. It used to be we had a spare one down there. They sold that one off, which I think was a mistake. It's just me. Just gotta leave it alone until it gets happy. We don't know if they left those two repeaters, other repeaters at that site, or if they're torn down or something, or if we could pick one of them up and drive it down to the club site down here, plug it into the antenna down there, we'd have a probably stable UHF repeater. But we don't. And this has been a time if we had an FM/DMR down there, we could FM through that one down there. You know, on VHF. You know, it's funny, the thing would go along for a very long time without any problems. And once it starts going wacky, it's wacky. Everybody was sitting pretty annoyed with that.
Solution.